man. Shield and Sword mixtape. Y'all are in for a very special surprise. Ha ha ha. Happy birthday. Let's go. Freestyle.
Going different places.
Yeah.
Seeing pretty faces.
Yes.
Haters getting mad cause I think that I'm famous. Going different places. Seeing pretty.
What's going on, YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased, and I'm biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I'm here with something new, brand new from It's Complicated. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites, and if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So we're here with something brand new from It's Complicated. Shout out to you, brother. And the name of this video is called Sexually Liberated. Rules of Modern Dating and Understanding Women. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Yeah, this gonna be interesting, man. Based on the title alone, I gotta see what this one's gonna be about.
Women often talk about hormones influencing their emotions and behavior.
Uh-oh.
Why are there some women who shame men for being horny when testosterone is a male hormone?
Because men are always horny, come on.
I definitely run on hormones myself, so I don't shame men.
Okay, not even 30 seconds into the video, and we already have a septum piercing, guys. What do I always say about the septum piercings? Red flag, something wrong with them. But I give her a little bit of grace because she is a little cute, so.
Damn, you're fine as hell.
But we're gonna see what she has to say.
So I can't answer this question.
Shame is a strong word, and shame sometimes can be warranted if men are being inappropriate. I think that a lot of times men use having more testosterone as a scapegoat to acting inappropriately. But I think, you know, biology plays a big role, and that is something to be said of why a lot of things are just.
You know what's funny? Is that I've never heard a man justify inappropriate behavior by saying, man, hey, you know, it's not my fault. I just got testosterone, bro. I've never heard a man say that, so I don't know where she got that from.
Stop the cap.
Different between men and women, but it's never an excuse to act bad.
Females, when they get horny, they seek attention, they seek to feel something, they seek something out of somebody.
Okay.
Especially with females in my generation, I feel like that's the main go-to they have. Now for guys, I'm gonna just keep it honest, we just want to get our stuff out. We want to let our stuff out. We don't care to put our heart into nobody else.
Are men more thirsty for sex, or are women more thirsty for attention?
Ooh. That's a tough one.
You know, women definitely like attention and affection, you know, and men, I guess because of how we're built, our testosterone, I think we have a strong, you know, hunger and desire for sex. I think it's just, I don't know, I guess God wired us that way. I don't know why, but you know,
hey, we can admit that though.
I guess you have to ask the man upstairs.
We can admit that.
Which one is more of a biological need?
The sex, probably.
Attention, females, attention.
Which one is more of a biological need?
I feel like sex is more of a biological need. You feel me?
So why is one any more shameful than the other?
Oh.
Because in female eyes, that's the only thing men cherish is sex. You feel me? So they feel like if it's not sex, it's not a relationship.
Why is male heterosexuality so stigmatized while gay and female sexuality is celebrated?
Oh.
Gotcha, bitch. You said male heterosexuality is stigmatized? In
yes,
what way?
It is.
Again, I think that that's wrong. I think that male sexuality is celebrated and that female sexuality is what people are like afraid of.
One key that opens a lot of locks is a great key, and one lock that opens for any key is a bad lock. Like that phrase, I think that it's morally wrong. And
shout out to Myra Gaines.
Really, I think that men are allowed to be more sexual than women.
Why are there slut walks for women and pride marches for gays?
Oh.
Because these are people that were were marginalized for a long time, and now they feel that they can, have a little bit more of control.
Why are women so welcoming of gay men, but when women talk about straight men, guys are dogs, creeps, perverts, pedophiles, predators, and incels?
All that. Yup.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yup.
They are.
Oh, man, goddamn.
The way people think about men is because they've been terrible forever, and so we're just going to keep thinking that they're terrible the more they do terrible things.
Cut that out, you little
I don't
bastard.
shame men. So I can't answer this question.
A lot of
you
women have
literally
been
just
hurt
did that,
by a
though.
lot of so-called straight men, and vice versa. A lot of men have been, hurt by a lot of women. So I don't know. I think I don't know if gay men appear to be less threatening to women.
I'm also not scared of gay men.
Yeah, like gay men, just like they feel so comforting and like I don't know. I think a lot of women have been wronged by like straight men, and so I think when they see gay men, they see it as like a different type of man, and they're like, "Oh my God, I love you! Like you're so nice to me." Like majority of the time,
Gay men celebrate straight women, and gay men understand that women experience a lot of bullshit from straight men. So it's kind of one and the same when gay.
But you want to know something that's interesting about that? Is that gay dudes and straight women are both interested in straight guys. Because when you have a gay dude, they always have this fantasy of hooking up with a straight dude and making him come over to the other side, while the straight women always have a fantasy of taming the beast that lives within a straight man and kind of domesticating him and stripping him of his nature. It's kind of interesting how that works, isn't it?
Men and straight women shit on straight men. It's because straight men kind of suck.
Can you think of any sexual preference that's currently more shamed and profited off of than male heterosexuality?
Not off the top of my head, no.
No, there's absolutely nothing. I mean, with porn and the rise of OnlyFans again, I mean, it's crazy. TikTok, everything is, it's just like, it's because of the capitalism, it's just completely driven by male heterosexuality. They use it against you. They torment your brain. People are getting brainwashed. They're unable to perform sexually when encountering real women because like society and social media and these different platforms on the internet have programmed, they've hardwired their brain. They brainwash these vulnerable men who seriously need help because there's no help for them.
Check the suicide rates, y'all. Check it shows everything. It's hard out here for a guy. Like, no, not even trying to front or nothing for the men, but like it's hard out here for guys. So that's all. I'm just leave it at that.
Do you think that society is incentivized to keep men sexually frustrated and lonely because sex sells?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you consider that to be sex bigotry?
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, honestly.
So how will masculinity and self-improvement fix this sex bigotry against men?
I don't think, okay, women love masculine men, but like I said, women are complicated sometimes and have hella preferences. So masculinity can only take you so far.
Do we fight race bigotry by telling blacks to sculpt themselves to become better slaves?
Ooh.
Honestly, that's a great way to put it, but
I've never heard that one.
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
Wow, okay.
Well, why do we fight sex bigotry by telling men to sculpt themselves to become better slaves to women?
See now, it's like, you feel me? We look at it and say that's different, but it's really not, to be honest, in a certain way when you really think about it.
Son, where'd you find
so
this?
How will self-improvement fix this sex bigotry against men?
I just think we all just need to preach equality, you know?
Nah.
So how is that not oppressing men's sexuality?
I think that men's sexuality is what you see everywhere. So
when you write, your tone influences how readers respond. With Grammarly, just highlight your text and type how you want to sound.
it's not being oppressed. I've seen, as I was
it's
walking
not?
down the strip, I've seen plenty of naked women and ads for female strip shows. Those are all for men, right? So.
Right, but they're all for money. It's all about selling it. It's not about giving it away, right?
Thank you.
So it's profited off of.
Thank you.
It's all about selling sex, not, right?
Well, yeah, of course. Everyone wants to make money off everything. Gay or straight, whatever. Like.
I mean, yeah, sex definitely sells. I mean, you see strip clubs for men. You see all these outlets for them to release their testosterone, their natural emotions, their hormones. But I don't think you would see the same thing for women because it's not as profitable, and they want to take advantage of vulnerable men because, yeah, I mean, men's mental health isn't talked about as much. I mean, the suicide rates for men is astronomically higher than the suicide rates for women. And there's been studies that prove that it is directly correlated to the fact that sexual drive and the effect that the sexual drive has on men is one of the leading causes and is directly correlated to the high suicide rates in men.
I don't think that's my problem.
But I'm just asking, whether it's your problem or not, do you think that society can consider itself sexually liberated when men are excluded, as seen in the rise of lonely, sexless men?
Well, why are men excluded?
What do you think? You don't know?
Because they're creepy, and women don't want to have sex with them.
Do you think a guy is more or less likely to self-improve if he's getting laid?
Yeah, cause I feel like, you feel me, when you getting laid back to back, you just feel confident. You feel like that man. You feel me? So
yeah, that is true.
Aren't lonely people more likely to make poor decisions out of desperation, be depressed, and have an unhealthy lack of motivation?
Yeah, most definitely. Because when you feel me, when you down bad, you feel me, you think a little differently. You be thinking like just like primal almost. You just hungry for it. You feel me? It's different.
Should men have to go out and hunt and fish every time they're hungry?
No. Not when it's so accessible through society. You can just walk to McDonald's or Starbucks or something. You feel me?
Why should men have to go out and hunt every time they're horny?
Cause you feel me, we don't get the benefits that women get. If women hold the power with you feel me, with they thing, you feel me, they hold the power and we don't. You feel me? Like our values based off different stuff. You feel me? So
yeah, that's true.
It don't come to us most of the time.
What's the point of living in a modern society with convenience and accessibility?
Well, because we advanced over time, you feel me? So that's just the society that we came to live in, you feel me? So that's the new normal, you feel me? We don't gotta hunt and make stuff, craft stuff for real. Everything is at our fingertips.
I don't even like the society we live in nowadays. I feel like everyone's corrupt, and I just feel like, I don't know, society's not good right now.
Has sexual liberation ultimately benefited society, and if so, how?
I don't know. I don't know how it's benefited society as a whole, but I mean, obviously it benefits capitalism.
I think sexual liberation has done a lot more for women maybe than it has done for men. I think because women are normally the subjects of being sexualized and objectified. Embracing that has allowed for a lot more opportunity and allowed for the stigma to be decreased a little bit.
See, I always find it interesting when this question comes up. Because the question was, how was the liberation benefited society? Like, has it benefited society, and if so, how? Or women or whatever. Whenever this question comes up, I'm always interested to hear what their answer is, because the reality is it hasn't made their lives better. Because if it has made their lives better, then they wouldn't be getting online crying on TikTok about how men don't want to date them and they can't find a man. So if it was really that good, then why are they on the internet crying about what men don't want to do for them? Doesn't make sense.
But I'm not sure it's like actually helped women in the grand scheme of things.
There you go.
How has our society become sexually liberated when men are excluded, as seen in the rise of lonely men?
That's a hard question, but I also feel like it's important to remember that, like, men already have a lot of sexual freedom in our society, and that it's very difficult for, it's not very difficult, I would say more difficult for a woman in today's society than for a man to say that they had sex with someone and be proud of that.
Why does our society promote ourselves as sexually liberated, but when it comes to actual sex, we're so puritanical about it?
Because of religion.
You know, inside of our minds, I guess we're battling between the old order and the new order. You know, the old order is very puritanical, very, wait till you get married, do this, do that, but then at the same time, you turn on the television, you turn on the radio, you turn on, the internet, and, sex sells, like we mentioned a moment ago.
It's
so
true.
I don't know. I think we live in a very sex and flesh indulgent society.
Yeah.
That goes against the traditional biblical teachings that most of our parents and grandparents were brought up in. So I don't know. I think that's probably just an inner war within a lot of people.
Facts.
Why would OnlyFans be so popular if it wasn't fulfilling a need for men?
I think it is fulfilling a need for men.
It is fulfilling a need for men. It's also fulfilling a need for sex workers who need to make money.
Why is pornography stigmatized any more than alcohol, gambling, and junk food?
Well, because it comes back to men, and you feel me, profiting off of men, their sexual urges, you feel me? That's one of the biggest businesses in business, to be honest.
Oh, you're addicted. Oh, this and that. I ain't gonna lie. I've had my fair share as a guy, and it's just a way to get my rocks off, bro.
Don't you think the men watching porn would be having sex if they could?
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
absolutely.
Indeed, that's the bottom line. That's the point. We want to feel the real thing, but females make it hard, and unlike guys, like it's harder for us to get sex over females.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are women quick to accept a woman who can sell sex, but are quick to shame a man who can buy it?
I think because most of the women who are in the sex industry are doing it because they don't have another choice, and the men who are participating in it
Stop the cap.
don't realize what the women who are in the industry are up against.
Why are men shamed for not being able to get sex while also shamed for trying to get sex?
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't have any riz.
Thank you.
Men are more expected to have more experience than women, and they're shamed for wanting to get that experience, but they're also shamed for not having that experience.
Exactly.
It's not fair.
When men call each other weak for wanting sex, how is that not oppressing them?
That's the thing, it is, because it's like, you feel me, like as a man, you feel me, you got the same urges as a woman, so it's like, you feel me, they shouldn't be wrong for wanting to give in to them urges every once in a while, you feel me, we human at the end of the day.
Why don't women shame women for using sex toys the same way men shame men for watching porn?
It's because, you feel me, women empower each other, you feel me, it's not really the same, you feel me, between genders though, but women, through each other, they empower each other, whatever they want to do, you feel me.
I watch porn, and I know a lot of women who watch porn too, so I don't find that to be a gendered activity.
Why are men told to control
Stop
their
the
urges
cap.
while women go out and have a hoe phase?
You're totally right. We are encouraged to have a sheet phase. We're encouraged to have, a hoe phase. Men, if they try to have a hoe phase, they're just slut bags and frat boys, and that's not fair. I agree. I don't know why it is. I think, again, it comes with men expected to have more experience than women.
Women feel like it's okay for them to have their hoe phase because they feel like every guy has reached a hoe phase in their life. That's not true. Every guy has a point where they witnessed a heartbreak or been in a heartbreak super bad to the point it took a toll on them real bad.
That's true.
And then they ended up being a hoe or a slut. Females are different. They get intoxicated, probably really bad and all that, and the next thing you know, they caught 20 bodies in one night.
I have had sexual advances from men and women, and I've never had an unwanted sexual advance from a woman. Every time a woman has ever made a move on me, I have felt safe and not like they're going to disrespect my boundaries or overtake me. And
Okay. But did you go through with it though? That's what we really want to know.
anyway, with men, I have felt differently. Men have tried to pull me closer. If I said, hey, I'm not interested, like explicitly said, I'm not interested in this, please leave me alone, they'll say, let me change your mind. I've never had a woman do that to me.
Who shames male heterosexuality more? Feminists for labeling men as sexual predators, or religious conservatives for shaming sex outside marriage?
Probably conservative evangelicals do the more shaming.
Stop the cap.
I think that's kind of a given.
the feminists, man, because like they just push the narrative too far. Like I've heard a bunch of cases where guys aren't predators for real and they just get like in the wrong situation, and that's just a pure example of how the narrative gets pushed too far.
All right. Okay, man. Shout out to It's Complicated for coming through with yet another fire video called Sexually Liberated. Now this one was definitely a doozy, because with this one, you get to see the clear differences between how women view sex and men view it. Completely different. On one side, the women are somewhat empathetic to what the men are dealing with, whereas on the flip side, the men understand both sides to the T. They're able to elaborate on their perspectives from both sides, whereas the women have trouble trying to explain what the men are dealing with because they don't know. It's not something that they can possibly understand unless you're around enough guys to where you can kind of see it. It's something that they have to see for themselves to be able to understand it. But overall, there was some cap going on. There was some cap. But what you can clearly see is that when it comes to the shortcomings of men, the men are upfront and honest about it with the struggles and the successes. But when you look at the shortcomings on the opposite side, you see that they kind of struggle to take accountability with it a little bit. So, I mean, it's a night and day difference between how one side thinks and how the other side thinks. Now, there was a lot of truth in the video as far as the line of questioning is concerned, because some of these questions that they got hit with, they could not answer it, which is always great in my book when I see them get stumped with logic and they can't come back and respond to it. I love seeing that. But overall, great video, great line of questioning. It was some great responses, and it was an excellent mixture of a whole bunch of different perspectives. And there was even a couple questions that even had me thinking like I never heard that before. But overall, great video. And yeah, that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.
Haters getting mad, face world stand up. You hating on me, then I say you're a racist. Haters getting mad, cause I think that I'm famous. Let's go. Then I think you're a racist. Haters getting mad, cause I think that I'm famous. I'm pushing that button all of a sudden, like a mattress, I get the club jumping. Haters getting mad cause I'm leaving them with nothing. Haters getting mad cause I'm dating Kate Upton, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian. Yes, I am smashing them, riding around town in a Mitsubishi Lancer. Haters getting mad cause I date an exotic dancer, writing these lyrics on mental.